I'll show you how it's done. Shazam!
Hey, welcome back, Underdeveloped family. Even though we technically don't have a family yet.
Maybe one day.
One day, hopefully. Watch this video, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, watch it.
Episode 3.
Yep, this is the third one already.
Yeah. For a weekly.
Yeah. It's like old times.
You guys already know how I feel about this show if you already seen my past reviews.
Oh, yeah.
Or
like,
past reactions, better yet.
Exactly. Like, we have pretty middling impressions so far. I'd say.
There's a few things I don't mind seeing, but out of all the shows that are yet to come and are out already, this is low on my list. I just finished seeing Ozark, which was fucking fantastic. We will be doing a fully length review of the series so far, and when season 4 drops, we will be on that. For sure.
Oh, absolutely we will.
So
yeah,
stay tuned for that next year.
Yeah, whenever season 4 comes out.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, we have the continuing adventures of the little Tariq that could.
The little motherfucker.
Yeah, the little motherfucker that could, the bitch ass Tariq.
Yep. So.
Man, I feel like
his bitch moms. Respect to Tori Norton.
Oh no, like keep in mind, we are not saying anything bad about the actors themselves.
Just the characters.
Yeah, we have nothing against the actors. I'm sure they're lovely people, but the characters can go fuck off.
Bobby Brown not playing around.
What the fuck is this? It's all I got. I swear. I'll get the rest too by next week. Next week? You think we wait till you next week, huh? You want to speak in front? Yeah. Stupid. I think you got until Friday. Why stopping him next time? $40 fucking? Come on, man.
Not gonna allow you to let me go out there with my ass hanging out again, Tasha. You need to stop lying to us right now.
I'm not lying.
She can't help it. She's a pathological liar. She's like Ghost. She's just like Ghost. Like she just, I don't understand this. She is Ghost's wife for real, bro.
Yeah, she really is.
She needs to realize that.
Yeah.
And Sax knows damn well I didn't.
She will kill a nigga or set a nigga up that gets in her way.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga, she killed the best friend for Christ's sake.
I know, that's so cold.
That's worse than anything Ghost ever did.
I think so too. I mean,
and Ghost killed many people that he was cool with. But
he did.
Dude. But at least he didn't kill Ken, and at least he didn't kill Tommy.
Yeah.
And it was worse because Keisha really didn't deserve it because she's not really part of this shit.
Yeah.
Ghost told you just to talk to her. Ghost never said to kill her. You could at least fuck her up.
They'll understand. I'm stronger than any bullshit Sax are trying to come up with. Okay.
I mean, to be fair, it is Sax. It's probably going to backfire horribly.
Yeah, Sax is a sneaky fuck.
He is, but he's also a colossal fuck up.
Yeah, he is.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. St. Patrick, but they have clocks in the freshman dorms, right? Yes, sir, they do.
Fucking smart ass professor.
I like it. At least he has some kind of sense of humor.
Yeah. No, I mean I've had professors like that before. That's like realistic as fuck.
Wait, what the fuck did he say?
Off the board. The freshman dorms, right? Yes, sir, they do. And you've heard the phrase punctuality is a virtue. Off the board. I'm sorry? Punctuality is a virtue of the board, sir. Even in war. Well, then I trust you're late because you actually bothered to finish the book this time. Yes, the apology, I finished it, sir. Good. Well, then we can begin with you.
Great.
What do we learn about virtue from Socrates' actions in front of the Athenian court?
Nothing. I feel like Socrates was very stupid to not defend himself, hadn't you?
I see. Your remedial analysis shouldn't surprise me. It's why I told Professor Milner canonical studies was too advanced for you. This proves my point.
Oh!
Okay, let's move on.
What a dick.
Look,
Yeah,
I
damn.
understand. I just didn't find any virtue in Socrates' actions. He chose to make a mockery of the courtroom, of his peers. To condescend to the jury and forget of those accusations levied against him.
Oh god, he sounded like he's just reading lines. Oh my god.
To be fair, he always kind of did.
Oh.
No offense to the actor, but he always kind of sounds like that at
Oh,
points.
fuck the offensive actors. Fuck that. Alchemy gave me that enough real estate. Now it's just.
Yeah.
It makes me cringe.
Like you just don't believe what he's saying.
I don't believe it because I
Yeah.
don't feel it. I get it.
Like
It's hard,
everyone else,
it's hard for me to even hear
like
what he's saying.
when anyone like if this line came from anybody else in the room, it'd be way more believable. You know.
Yes.
Like they all
Like
sound.
the other chick from last time.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the other chick from last time, like the one that seems way dumber than she actually is. If she said that, I'd believe her.
Yeah, because she actually
Yeah.
sounds like she actually knows. She like he doesn't. Like, he sounds like he doesn't know anything about
Like he
this.
has like no.
And he just fucking.
He has no confidence in his voice.
Microarrange
There's no
do-
resonance in
Like,
his voice.
and for the actor, what you could do to help that is to actually learn this shit. You know what I mean? So you could, when you're speaking it, you really understand it. Like you sound like, I don't know if you really did it, but you sound like somebody that just read the lines over a script instead of actually. You want to get into the character, so you want to actually maybe even actually read the book. You know what I'm saying? Or go through some videos talking about the book, or you know what I mean, to gain some kind of perspective, understand what you're actually saying. Like he sounds like he doesn't understand what he's actually saying. Maybe a part of it, but not really. Like you're the character, so you have to get into the mind of the character. You have to understand what the character understands.
Yeah, like
For you to really portray it.
I feel like this character is supposed to come across as just being more annoyed than he actually is.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like that's how his character is written, but I'm just not getting that emotion off of him.
Yeah.
Like that. You find that virtuous?
Socrates was making a point about the invalidity of the accusations against him. Okay? Is there no room?
Socrates was a victim of his own hubris. Some men believe that their status grants them immunity.
A lot of people are victims of their own hubris.
Yeah.
That's like that actually resembles him and his father.
Well, I think that's.
That resembles his father.
I'm pretty sure that's the point of them like bringing this up specifically.
Yeah, that actually is
Like,
that's pretty much his father.
Yeah, like every time they've brought up a book, it is in the show. It is somewhat relevant to what's going on.
That's what killed Ghost. That's pretty much what killed his hubris.
Yeah. He was way too overconfident in himself. Which
He's
I
getting
mean,
way
hey,
too. Yeah,
I get it. He's
you can't
Ghost.
stop
He's
me.
awesome. But
You
he's
can't
not
stop.
unstoppable.
You can't stop me. Which he is though, but because his hubris didn't allow him to see what was right in front of his face.
Yeah.
He wanted the perfect son, the perfect girl, perfect job, and he got that, but he didn't have the perfect son.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And the person that took him down was the person that he expected least.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't think Tariq. That's why he's so surprised. He didn't think Tariq was actually capable of actually pulling that off. But
Yeah.
he did it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So.
It's like they're above the law. Men like that meet their end.
Ghost. That's Ghost.
Ghost is Socrates.
I wouldn't even say it again clear. I'm like,
From the rest of us, like they're above.
The accusations against him.
Ghost is a smart motherfucker.
Is there
Oh,
no
he is.
room?
Socrates was a victim of his own hubris. Some men believe that their status grants them immunity from the rest of us, like they're above the law. Men like that meet
That's powerful men in general. That's kind of
Yeah.
Hitler too.
Yeah, absolutely. Like
He's a victim of his own hubris.
he absolutely became the law, and he got way too greedy.
So he
way
became
too
their
fast.
god. And I don't know why would you give it to God, some short ass dude with a toupee. I never understand that with a weird ass mustache. I'm like,
Yeah, the mustache.
I will beat
I never liked the
I will
mustache.
beat the shit out of Hitler. That little
Yeah.
small little fat guy. Are you kidding me? Doesn't even know karate. Why the fuck you give a nation to this?
I
nigga?
mean, he was a World War I vet, so he did go through shit.
who cares? This little 5'6" short fat nigga. Like,
Is he? Is he really that short? He actually wasn't like fat, but was
Yeah,
he
but
really
he's
that
chubby.
short? A little chubby.
He has to be short, man. He got to be at least under 6 feet.
I mean, I would look it
For
up,
sure.
but my phone's kind of recording this right now.
Yeah, I doesn't give a fuck enough to record to
True.
find out.
I mean, he's not. I mean, even if he was tall, he's not worthy of the height.
Exactly. He's definitely not talking about that. That I know for a fact.
No,
No way.
I think he was like roughly about average.
Most like powerful leaders were not that tall.
A lot of them weren't. I mean, people just kind of like became a little taller over time.
guess.
That is also a thing.
Men like that meet their end.
So, thousands of years of scholarship on Socrates, all incorrect, in your opinion, including my own.
Why not? That's the whole point of college. Be objective. Have your own opinions.
Yeah, like
Why not?
We all have our subjective opinions, you know.
Exactly. That's art. Art is subjective as fuck. You can't because
I mean-
your study thing. Just because you study something one way, doesn't mean that it's the only way.
Oh, absolutely. Like that's the beauty of it. Like you can like look at all these like events in history, and you get very different things out of it. Like, you know, like the thing of like this trial with Socrates is a thing that actually happened, and you can like take different messages out of that, because like on one hand he was making himself a martyr by killing himself, but on the other hand, like killing himself in a trial is kind of fucking stupid. It all depends how you look at it.
Yeah. Yeah, we keeping this whole conversation in. This is like the probably most important part of the entire reaction.
Yeah, I think so far.
So you definitely keeping this.
Scholarship on Socrates is all incorrect, in your opinion,
I love philosophy.
including my.
Yeah, it could be interesting.
Virtue is in the eye of the beholder. Okay, someone that
Like
thinks they're
art.
so much smarter than another is blind. I mean, even a scholar could be wrong.
It's true. Yeah, it's a factual opinion.
Yeah.
People look at Socrates as a god or anybody else like him as because he's so old and he created his own philosophies that people are following to this day and incorporating it in their
it's
own
not
lives.
that it's not that you like, but it's not all, so much like his philosophies as much
Not
as
Socrates, but who
as much
who
as
he
it is like
embodies.
he was like he is the father of philosophy, especially
But
at
that's
least
what
the Western
that's what I'm
world, yeah.
saying. Anybody that's like him, people that found their own philosophies or their own rules or
Yeah, like,
create their own.
they all look up to like
with Charles
yeah,
Darwin, with Darwinism, like
they all look up to people like Socrates and Plato and Aristotle. And shit.
exact Plato. There's another one. You know,
Yeah.
Aristotle. You know, or Confucius. Whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Confucius. It's just another great philosopher. I think he's actually a little older than Socrates.
Yo, hell yeah, he
Yeah.
definitely is. His shit is
Yeah, but yeah, like these are like the great. That's the kind of thing like when you have something that's so old and revered.
Exactly.
Like people get this like notion that it is so sacred because it is the first, or that it is like because it's so ancient. But like if you hold a lot of these old things up to modern scrutiny, they don't always hold up.
Exactly.
Sometimes they do.
Does Hammurabi Code actually stand up to nowadays? No.
Nah.
But back then it was. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
like most people are not going to get the same enjoyment
The-
of an ancient.
the
play,
world changes, and
Exactly.
the philosophy changes around it.
Yeah,
Back
the
in
world
the
changes
days,
and people change.
back in the days, females couldn't do a lot of things men couldn't do,
Mm-hmm.
but now they can. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and there was a logic behind that at that time, but now it's not.
Yeah.
Like it's very simple.
Well, it's original. I'm sure it'll make you very
It's
interesting.
not that original. Come on.
Okay, let's go to page 25, please.
Yeah, what he's saying is pretty much like.
Yeah, I'm sure other people have said that before.
I'm pretty solid.
Well, it's original. I'm sure it'll make you.
Okay, someone that thinks they're so much smarter than another is blind. I mean, even a scholar could be wrong.
And as a professor, I would love to see him write a paper about that. Because I love to see some controversial ideas to switch it up. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but with that being said, Socrates might not be the best example of that, considering his most famous quote is "I know that I know nothing."
Where are you taking me? I want my lawyer. Oh, you'll see him. You got a court appearance today. Court appearance? He didn't tell me anything about that. If it's last minute, that ain't good.
this bitch the needle.
That shit
She
evil.
deserves.
What is going on?
She evil.
I wasn't prepared for court today. I can't show up looking like this. You're right about that. Who are they? Them? They're here to make you look innocent. Or what the jury will think looks innocent.
So not now she really is guilty. So if it ever goes into how a girl looks.
What is this hearing about?
All rise. The court of the Eastern District of New York Criminal Division is now in
Yeah.
session. Honorable Judge Burton.
She really pulls off a suit.
Aaron seated. Bailiff, we're ready for the jury.
Jury?
Please hold the jury.
Davis, what the fuck is going on?
Okay, look, this is a
Trial.
mock trial, a dress rehearsal. The judge, bailiff, jury, all of them have signed a non-disclosure agreement, so anything you say is protected. Hey, you want to tell your side of the story? Prove to me right here today that I should put you on a stand.
No, not so small.
Got me dressed
Yeah.
up like fucking black Malibu Barbie so you could play make-believe?
This is a
You look great, actually. You look great out now with the Marvel to me.
You're paying these people in the jury by the hour. Should we get started?
This is my time and my money. I know that I can convince a jury that I'm not a queen pin. I already told you that.
Well, tell them. Bailiff, get the jury.
Yo, guys. Dr. Meadow almost gave me the whole 9. Urine sample, blood test. Man, I fucking hate needles.
That's fucked up. I mean, you still got the prescription pages, though, right?
Yeah, I took a couple when she was out of the room, but can only grab a few.
Few is all we need.
Wait, a pediatrician? How old is this kid?
We're working on getting us some supply.
Good. Because I gotta go out of state to get these scripts filled. I'm not looking to kick it in Connecticut in my fucking free time.
Yeah, that shit has been out lit. You know how to write prescriptions, though, like the coding and all of that shit.
Yeah. My sister has had Natty script when she was like fucking 12, so got that shit memorized. You come with?
Nah, I gotta stay back, distract Scott so we don't have no competition, you feel me? Make sure you go to, like, Milo Pop's pharmacy. They don't call or ask questions.
Yeah, I got you. No CVS's too. This ain't my first fucking rodeo.
Alright, here we go.
Alright, peace.
You admitted in open court that you asked Tommy Egan to kill your husband for you.
I did say that. And it's true. He was the only person I could trust to get me away from James for good. I'm not proud of what I did.
So nobody's gonna look for Tommy?
No.
No one. They do. He would kill her.
No one has made any effort to look for Tommy so far.
I was 19, a baby, in accounting school, still hoping I could have a singing career. But James wiped all that away.
No. Oh my
We
god.
got married,
She is so full of shit.
and he took me out of Queens and moved me into the penthouse in Tribeca. We had everything I could have ever wanted.
Sounds like a fairy tale. When did things change?
Well, we got pulled over on the BQE. I was 7 months pregnant with our twins, Tariq
No, he's not a fucking angel. That's what changed. That's what fucked things up.
and Raina. James had a gun in the car. He told me to hide the gun because he said that I wouldn't be searched. I hid the gun in my maternity dress.
Well, that may
Next to
happen.
my babies.
Didn't have
I
a
can see you doing that.
No, I never had a choice with James. And
That's
I-
bullshit.
Not after that moment.
That's the bullshit.
And I also loved him.
But he cheated on you. Abused you.
I still loved him.
And that
He's
love
not
was
abusing.
finally
He stopped you
tolerated
once.
His criminal activity.
Yes.
So you don't deny that you knew about his narcotics trafficking.
No, I don't deny that I knew. And I know that there's some evidence that I opened some bank accounts for him.
Did you launder money for your husband, Miss Green?
I had the accounting degree. He made me do it. He made me do everything. I don't know why the U.S. attorney is saying I was the boss. James had all the power.
He caught all the shots. Thank you, Miss Green.
Are we back here? I think I proved my point yesterday.
Direct examination is only half the fight, Tasha. Now you have to withstand
Cross-examination.
I think you might recognize...
No,
the
class examination is when the other lawyer.
I thought he was acting as the other one.
No, he was acting as himself.
She's the closest thing to Sachs that you're gonna face. She knows your whole case. Get up there.
Let's not back off.
Miss Green, let's go back in time, shall we? You opened accounts for your husband.
Yes, I did what he told me to do.
Right, as you said. So how did that work? He gave you cash and somehow you turned it into legitimate money?
The nightclubs, laundromats, parking lots, they were all cash businesses, so it was easy to run the money through those and turn it into taxable legitimate funds.
And your family lived off this drug money. Used it to pay for your home, your cars, your kids' tuitions, your clothes. Nice hair, by the way. You testified that you were afraid of your husband. Is that true?
Yes.
But when your husband was on trial for Greg Knox's murder, you began an affair with his defense attorney, Terry Silver.
I fell in love with Terry. James killed him.
Yes, let's get to that. Silver was working with the U.S. Attorney's Office to put you, your husband, and Egan in jail, correct?
No, not correct. Terry was not cooperating against me. He wanted me to testify against my husband. James found out about our relationship.
Are you
just
about to
painting
tell
a
this
fake
jury
narrative.
that James St. Patrick killed Terry Silver over jealousy? Over you? He was Angela's man,
Whoa.
baby. It's the true relationship.
Whoa.
Are you about
Yep,
to tell
she
this
brought it
jury
up.
that James St. Patrick killed Terry Silver
She said the
over
A word.
jealousy?
Angie.
You need to testify against my husband. James found out about our relationship.
Are you about to tell this jury that James St. Patrick killed Terry Silver over jealousy? Over you? He was Angela's man, baby. It's the truth. No, Tasha, this wasn't personal. It was business. You told James that Silver was working with the Fed. You arranged to meet Silver in his parking garage. You admitted to Blanca Rodriguez that you had sex with him to give James time.
Ooh, she destroyed us. That's why I told you, no way Tasha's not going in.
She's ripping her a new one.
I told you, there's no way Tasha's not going because she does not have shit. She does not have shit.
She does not shit to defend herself with. Yeah.
And she's actually giving out some bones, yo.
Yeah.
She's building a spot for other niggas that's trying to. I'm sure there's still niggas in the game right now in New York City. And she's out in the whole
You
game.
arranged to meet Silver in his parking garage. You admitted to Blanca Rodriguez that
I don't see living through this.
you had sex with
See,
him
either gonna go away from her,
to
or she
give
gonna get
James
killed.
time to
Yeah.
arrive.
No.
Silver never made it out of that garage. And when the Silver in his parking garage, you admitted to Blanca Rodriguez this wasn't personal. It was business. You told James that Silver was working with the Fed. You arranged to meet Silver in his parking garage. You admitted to Blanca Rodriguez that you had sex with him to give James time to arrive.
No.
Silver never made it out of that garage. And when the feds came looking for him, you knew the exact location where James must have dumped the body.
She's
You
giving
just
them
left out
business.
the part where you gave the order.
I didn't kill Terry.
Only you knew how dangerous he was to your organization. You had to be the one to give the order that it was time for him to go.
James didn't take orders from me.
But Tommy Egan did.
And she knows it because you fucking said it.
Yep.
It wasn't an order. It was a cry for help.
What about
Oh,
Angela?
what
You
was
asked
me?
Tommy to kill her?
No.
James was your whole life. He cheated on you. He wouldn't stop even after your daughter was killed.
That's
He
the
was still
truth.
in love with Angela Valdez.
That's the
I
truth.
think he killed
That's the truth. That is the truth. Oh, that's the truth. She is heartbroken because she dipped on her shit. She was happy to do his bidding. She was happy to be his side, the queen of the organization, helping him do what he got to do to push him further. She was happy to do that shit for him.
Do you know what? I
And
think.
she protected the family.
Do you know what? I think we should. I think I should. I should follow this with an edit where I just play the scene back again, but I replace it with the "You Can't Handle the Truth" dialogue from Few Good Men,
Sure.
because Tasha can't handle the truth.
Yeah.
No, that Angela was killed. He was Angela Valdez. Did you ask
Yo,
Tommy to
she
kill
is
her?
giving her the business, yo. Yo, this is easy to handle the best episode so far.
Yeah, this has been really nice.
He cheated on you. He wouldn't stop even after your daughter was killed. He was still in love with Angela Valdez. I think he killed Angela at your bidding. Oh, wait, what did you say? A cry for help? No, then Angela was dead. Your husband's lover was out of the way. Then there was the problem of your lover, Terry, a potential witness and a top-notch legal mind. He had to be eliminated too. Maybe James did it, or maybe you asked Tommy to help you again and to tell you where he hid the body just in case. Either way, it was your call. And then when James wouldn't come back to you, when he began a relationship with Ramona Garrity, when he was leaving you behind for Albany, he wasn't just abandoning you, he was leaving behind your
He's like, Now he did it on purpose to show Tasha cannot do that. Tasha has too much dirt on her, son. She's not innocent. When somebody's truly not innocent, it's gonna show in court. It's gonna show. She's too guilty. You cannot
She's
put her on the
way too
stand.
guilty.
If she gets cross-examined, she's gonna get destroyed, yo. And I said it from jump, yo.
Mm-hmm.
prize. Your
Like,
family.
she's enjoying it too. Look at her face. She's enjoying it. She's sucking that shit.
She
He had to be.
she's had up to here of Tasha's bullshit.
And so you reached out to Tommy funny one.
She can't handle the truth. She can't handle the truth.
That's time.
She can't take it. Look at her. She can't take it, yo. She's been in a now for so long, she can't take it. I want to see this scene again. Oh, this is so cathartic. This scene is so cathartic. She is giving her the bang, bang, bang. She's giving the Mike Tyson 2-piece biscuit.
Good old 1-2.
What about Angela Valdez?
And she's just twisting everything she said and put it back on her.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
brilliant.
this is sweet. That's how she gets the big bucks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised she objected at all. He's not doing no type of like
he can't really interject
conjecture and admissible
the only
relevance. You know what I mean? Like
he can't
he's not saying shit like something.
Well, I mean,
objection, no nothing.
There's only like what can he even like what did she say that
Yeah,
it's even like objectionable?
The lawyer still fights. The lawyer's gonna say something. He's gonna find something.
But even then, like this whole thing is like a test of her, how she handles under pressure.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, yeah.
But he should mimic at least what it would be like.
You just
100%.
left out the part where you gave the order.
I didn't kill Terry.
Only you knew how dangerous he was to your organization. You had to be the one to give the order that it was time for him to go. Fred Knox's murder. You began it. Miss Green, let's go back in time, shall we? You opened accounts for your husband.
Yes, I did what he told me to do.
Right, as you said. So how did that work? He gave you cash and somehow you turned it into legitimate money?
Tasha's a fucking gangster, son.
Laundromats,
Just like
parking
Ghost.
lots.
She would have had Ghost's power in terms of the organization, but in terms of the family, she had power.
Yeah.
The decision making, who to take out, who to trust, she had a hand in all that shit.
Yeah, she absolutely
She assisted him through the game.
Yeah, she absolutely made calls like that.
Turn it into taxable legitimate funds.
She got Kanan arrested.
Yeah.
One that really wanted him dead.
Well, then she also like killed. Wasn't it her conspiracy that also got Kanan killed?
Yes. On top of that, she greenlit a lot of murders that Ghost did.
Yes.
She murdered herself. She got the person that she loved killed.
Mm-hmm.
And another person she loved, she was gonna let take the fall.
And she killed her best friend.
And she killed her best friend.
Fucking bitch.
And she ran drugs through her daycare.
Yeah. Even through her friend's business without her consent, even.
Yup. Tasha needs the fucking needle.
Nice hair, by the way. You testified it's drug money.
Here's
Used it to pay for your home.
No, well, she's saying that because
I
it's
know.
fake. Yeah.
Nice little issue.
I mean, he does look nice.
Look just like us.
He kind of does, actually.
Your cars, your kids' tuitions.
And the money to those and turn it into taxable legitimate funds.
And your family lived off this drug money. Used it to pay for your home, your cars, your kids' tuitions, your clothes. Nice hair, by the way. You testified that you were afraid of your husband. Is that true?
Yes.
But when your husband was on trial for Greg Knox's murder, you began an affair with his defense attorney, Terry Silver.
I fell in love with Terry. James killed him.
Yes, let's get to that. Silver was working with the U.S. Attorney's Office to put you, your husband, and Egan in jail, correct?
No, not correct. Terry was not cooperating against me. He wanted me to testify against my husband.
He did.
James found out about our relationship.
Are you about to tell this jury that James St. Patrick killed Terry Silver over jealousy?
No,
over
that's not
you?
true. Maybe a little bit true, but
He
not
was
really.
Angela's man by then.
It's the truth.
You really killed it because Terry was snitching
It
with
wasn't
the feds.
personal.
Yeah.
It was business. You told James that Silver was working with the feds. You
Yes,
arranged
she
to
did.
meet Silver in his parking garage. You admitted to Blanca Rodriguez that you had sex with him to give James time to arrive.
No.
Silver never made it out of that garage. And when the feds came
Did
looking
you?
for him, you knew the exact location where James must
I
have
remember.
dumped the body. You just
It was
left
a
out
while
the part
ago.
where you
Nah, she didn't. Cause she didn't even know that.
Yeah,
she know for a while
yeah.
that Ghost killed him.
I thought it was like a little surprise for her at first.
Time for him to go.
James didn't take orders from me.
But Tommy Egan did.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
It wasn't an order. It was a cry for help.
A cry for help.
I'm a victim. I got a pussy, so you have to give me the benefit of the doubt. I have a vagina, so you have to take my word for when I say I'm not capable of anything. I can't do any of these horrible things because I have a pussy. Fuck out of here.
No. James was your whole life. He cheated on
Bitch,
you.
you need to leave it.
He wouldn't stop even after your daughter was killed. He was still in love with Angela Valdez.
And
I think he killed
pissed her
Angela
off
at
to
your
a core.
bidding. Oh, wait,
And
shit.
Tariq off.
He
Yeah.
would. It was a cry for help.
What about
So
Angela
rejected.
Valdez? Did you ask Tommy to kill her too?
What? No. James was your whole life. He cheated on you. He wouldn't stop even after your daughter was killed.
He was
still
a whole
in
life.
love with Angela Valdez. I think he killed Angela at your bidding.
Why do you think she was going so hard to find out if he's cheating in season 1?
Mm-hmm.
James was her whole life.
Yeah.
She was afraid of James. She loved James.
No, that Angela was the daughter was
When
killed.
James rejected her shit,
Still in love with Angela.
because all she saw was the gangster.
I think he
Mhm.
killed Angela at your bidding. Oh, wait,
That's all the nigga she wanted. She wanted the gangster.
He wouldn't stop even after your daughter was killed. He was still in love with Angela Valdez. I think he killed Angela at your bidding. Oh, wait, what did you say? A cry for help? No, then Angela was dead. Your husband's lover was out of the way. Then there was the problem of your lover, Terry, a potential witness and a top-notch legal mind. He had to be eliminated too. Maybe James did it, or maybe you asked Tommy to help you again and to tell you where he hid the body just in case. Either way, it was your call. And then when James wouldn't come back to you, when he began a relationship with Ramona Garrity, when he was leaving you behind for Albany, he wasn't just abandoning you, he was leaving behind your criminal enterprise, your family. He had to be stopped. And so you reached out to Tommy one last time, and he answered your call. He killed his lifelong partner, his best friend, because you called the shots, Tasha. Because you had all the power. It's not true. It's not true.
She got destroyed. She got biscuited.
She got
Bang, bang, bang.
Also, the
fucked.
jury's voted guilty. Even the women. I wasn't the boss, Paula.
She
I'm glad
really
you
beat us
decided
up,
to treat yourself to the cut.
That's why I was
Was it hard not to win?
Kinda. Maybe next time me and you come back together and you can help make it way easier.
Oh, wow, boy.
You see? You see? Gotta get the people what you want.
What she did?
No. He looked at his grade. Go back. I want you to see it.
Not complete.
Damn, Tariq, I'm really sorry. I didn't think it was gonna kill you. Maybe if you talk to Professor Simmons.
Mr. St. Patrick. Hello. Are you late for our last class or very early for our next one?
Why did you film me?
Didn't fail you. I did think the paper would be more scintillating based on your ideas in class, but no, it fulfilled the requirements. It was fine.
So why didn't I get credit?
I have no idea. Look, a professor of my stature is beyond grading papers. Ask Professor Reynolds.
Carry that.
Oh, so it wasn't him that graded.
Receive a message.
Huh. Okay. Weird.
It's me again. I've been calling you.
I didn't know there were professors that didn't grade their students' work.
I want to make sure you're okay.
Okay.
That's all.
I didn't know
haven't
that.
seen you around, so
Is that a thing?
Why
It's
did you
weird.
get credit?
I didn't know that.
I wrote a good paper.
It was a good paper, Tariq. But the assignment was to defend your opinion on the apology.
I wrote what I thought Oliver would want to see. I mean, if I knew you were grading the papers, I would have.
You would have what? Gamed me like you did Professor Simmons?
I would have wrote what I said in class.
I know, Tariq. That's my point. Have a seat. Listen, these institutions were not built for us. Okay, they were forced to accept us. Now, if you're willing to change yourself in order to fit in here, then you're missing the point of the struggle it took for us to get here in the first place. People like Professor Simmons are rarely challenged
Me
by
too,
the way you
but
challenged
okay.
him.
He called me out in front of the whole class.
I mean, I get the point. I get what you're saying, but with that being said, if he just wants to do his thing, just let him do it. You know.
I can't afford to fail.
No, disagree.
Is there anything I could do that would make you change your mind?
The grade stands. This is your consequence for not using your voice. You have to be authentic, Tariq. People are going to make up their minds about you whether you allow them to or not. But you do not have to prove them right. You're dismissed.
I got you just pulled up.
Yeah.
I thought you said Tariq left.
I did. I'm sorry I lied to you, my name, but you saw what happened at that press conference. I need Tariq. He wants to talk to you. Can you give him 5 minutes? For me.
Go outside and wait in the car.
So I mean, this is how Tariq gets into twatting this business.
About 5 minutes.
I think about Tariq finding his own way. Like, he's kind of getting roped in somebody else's story.
Yeah, he really is.
Like they're not coming to his story. He's going into this story.
Mm-hmm.
This new chapter is really about this family.
Yeah, it kind of is. Like, it's weird because it feels like a lot of time is stolen from him and his story to focus on these people, which I don't mind because they're interesting.
Exactly, but it's not really a powers.
Yeah.
This is really a true spin-off.
Yeah, it is.
Tariq shouldn't be the main character. To me, Tariq should just be a character in the story.
Mm-hmm.
He shouldn't be. I think they got this show fundamentally flawed.
Yeah.
What's this? I don't need this. I got enough.
I made this in just a few hours, without even leaving campus. How much time does it take for you to make some money like that?
Boy, I'll be very careful about who you accuse of being a criminal.
Students here, all they do is party and study. We can make a killing here. All I need is a supplier.
You need a supplier.
You want a distro.
I don't even know you.
Word.
Can't trust you.
I mean, you trust me with Zeke's grades.
That's different. My business is in Queens. Can't touch him out here.
So Zeke is your priority.
Yeah?
So she had business in Queens, but don't know who the fuck James St. Patrick.
Yeah. Like.
And his son.
She has business. How?
What happens?
He should know all about him.
Yeah. If she does business in Queens, then she fucking should.
Everybody.
Who's gonna keep him on the court? Like, if you work with me, no one will even know your name. You know the risk of the streets, and you can still choose to run in them, but you're always gonna have to pay a price.
Who are you to tell her?
If I agree to work with you, you cannot live with Zeke. I mean, I don't want him around this shit at all. Do you understand me?
100%.
So how your father won't you on this
I
shit?
could stay. Does that mean we have a deal?
That's your mother. I know how I feel when my kids miss my call. You should get that. We'll talk again soon. Go ahead.
It is a good stream of income.
Oh, definitely.
Making our own path.
I'm in trouble in court, Tariq. Please, just give Davis whatever he wants.
Tasha, you're fucked. Just accept your fate, dude, and do your time.
Welcome to the Pussy Palace. That's you? Oh, and check this shit out. I did it in the same room you was
The
in.
Pussy Palace.
Shit, now we lit, yo. This shit's about to come in clutch.
You know, I think I was wrong. I said every character was more interesting than the main characters, because this guy definitely isn't.
We can't. But I know how to keep him in line.
What's his weakness?
He is a weakness. You need to make a call.
The cool thing is that the way that Tasha gets intertwined is that they're in the same prison.
Yeah.
It's still weird.
Which, it's very weird. Yeah, I never heard of an intersex prison, so.
It could be the same prison, just that they keep guys on one side and girls on the other side, maybe?
I guess it could.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not completely far-fetched.
What's his weakness?
He is a weakness. You need to make a call.
Tariq, everything okay?
Your son is fine. He's gonna start working for us.
Who is this? What do you want?
Make sure he does what we say. If you don't, Tariq dies.
Yeah, they got clear the threats real quick.
Yep. Oh, shit.
Now we let yo, this is about to come in clutch.
Yo, Tariq Love put his life in danger for no reason.
Yeah. He's kind of a dumbass that way.
How can we trust this kid, Tariq?
We can't. But I know how to keep him in line.
Because your mother, just be a mother to with his ass when he gets out of hand.
He is a weakness.
Yes, he is.
Tariq, everything okay?
Your son is fine. He's gonna start working for us.
Who is this? What do you want?
Make sure he does what we say. If you don't, Tariq dies.
Now she can't say it because she's in there.
Yeah.
Alright, so that was Power Book 2 Ghost Episode 3.
Uh-huh.
What are your thoughts?
I liked it. I thought it was the best episode so far. It had the most interesting things happen.
Agree?
That mock trial was just fucking... It was cathartic.
Yes.
It was so wonderfully
But
cathartic.
Not for Courtney Kemp said it. Cathartic in a way that it's post-touch for the monster she really is.
Yeah. And also, like, the scenes where like, Tariq was in his school. That was, like, legitimately interesting in a very unexpected way.
Yeah.
Because that was more like watching something like Escape with a Bill. Like, you can really make a whole show just him going to school.
Yeah, and I feel like this show is like that. Like, they have, like, different shows.
Yeah. I mean, the first Power was kind of like that, too, where you had all these different elements coming together.
But it was much more cohesive.
It was.
When this is not that cohesive. Like,
here it seems a lot
different. It's completely different stories wrapped into one.
Mm-hmm.
This show could be diversified into... This show could be split up into 2 different shows.
You absolutely could.
That could probably do well on its own.
Yeah.
One show is that you have this kid that's coming from the gang world and now is going to this elite prep school so he can get his father's inheritance, and in doing so he goes to school and he wants to go on a straight path and he channels his intellectual side.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he becomes, you know what I mean, like, from one thing to, like, another thing. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, and that's a journey in itself. And then you have this crime family that's trying to keep their shit afloat while their father's in prison.
Mm-hmm.
You have two stories that could be just as compelling, but could be its own thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they kind of mixed in this too. And I guess this episode's the best too, because now they, like, really starting to see how everything will tie. I'm starting to see how the puzzles.
The puzzle pieces. They're starting to come together.
Yeah, they're starting to come together. It's starting to fit in certain areas.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of now able to foresee, like, what's gonna happen throughout the series.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's gonna be really in.
Yeah, like, it's weird because, like, it feels like it only took us to, like, the 3rd episode for us to really get the story really started. Yeah. For us to really understand where the story is going fully.
Exactly.
You know, which that's not really common for, like, a drama show like this. That's actually very uncommon. Like, usually we would have all that firmly established in, like, the first episode or two.
Yeah, like, now we just, could we have established it in school, you know what I mean? Like, his mom's getting her out, and so now we see him, like, kind of them coming together, you know what I mean? And it's a show like this, it's usually, it's really rare. It kind of usually get through that quickly, if it did. Yeah. I don't know if I like that or dislike it, to be honest.
I mean, there's definitely advantages and disadvantages to doing something like that.
And what are some of that?
Well, some of the advantages would be, like, you're giving yourself more time to really flesh out the world and the characters.
Right.
But that being said, like, it's at the expense of your pacing.
I don't think, exactly. I don't think it has to do with necessarily establishing the world. I think they're trying to, like, trying to put.
Well, establishing was the wrong word. I meant more like
character.
Yeah, I meant more like fleshing out.
Yeah, fleshing out the characters more than just the world.
Well, I mean, you are establishing this whole new place.
Exactly. So you gotta.
Not a ton of that, but there's a little bit of that.
It's really character centric.
Yeah,
though, you know
it really is more than anything else.
Because the thing is, what they're doing, they're not just forcing writing. If Loser Writers was on the show, everything would happen in the first episode. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But because these writers actually trying to be somewhat loyal to the story rather than just the actors or the characters.
Because with that being said, it doesn't make like even as right now, it doesn't make a lot of sense for her to, like, trust Tariq as much as she does. She barely trusts him.
Yeah, and they really can't do that. But But they didn't. But
They took their time getting there.
They know they had to take time because it's the only way the show could really go on.
Yeah.
You know, especially starting from where it
started. Because Power always toted this.
Up.
Yeah, Power always toted this really weird line where it was like almost realistic, but still very clearly not realistic.
Yeah.
And Book 2 very much continues that.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about it.
Yeah.
Easy one of the best episodes. A lot of things happening.
Best episode so far, in my opinion.
See, let's just go over a synopsis. The Method Man's characters realizes that she probably needs what's her face?
She needs her old prosecutor, Sax's lawyer.
Exactly.
Tamika. Just remember her name. Yeah.
They need Tamika back because Tamika knows a lot and she can help.
Yes.
Cooper Sax realized that he has skeletons in his closet.
Mm-hmm.
The mother and Mary J. Blige's character and Lorenzo both are at odds on how they should run the family business.
Yes.
You know what I mean? They both have opposing ideas. The daughter is kind of going to the father behind the mother's back.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You got people that they're working with who's acting stupid, posting videos, so they had to stop him. But Drew couldn't get it done because he don't have that kind of respect on how his brother could do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, pretty much. That's pretty much. And also, the ball player got to get his shit together. And
also Tariq handling Socrates for the first time.
Yes, also that was also a very interesting part.
Yeah.
See, even though I hate the way he acts those kind of scenes out.
Yeah, he doesn't he doesn't really feel confident in his words. Like he doesn't fully believe what he's saying when he's when he's talking about Socrates and stuff like that. Yeah.
So he knew
yeah, that stuff. Yeah, that stuff on his acting. I don't know. The thing is, we've seen him act before in this show, or even in the first series, and it really wasn't all that great. So I'm really not sure what the director could have done to direct him better.
It don't have to be. It's just not on set. It has to be perfectly on side.
Maybe, yeah.
Really have the Ellie Kazan.
Yeah.
Get him into it.
The only really good performance I really got of him was at his father's funeral. That was actually pretty decent.
Yeah, that was a decent performance. Yes. But yeah, that's it. Pretty much, that's the episode.
We've had fun.
Episode 3 here.
Yeah.
It was fun, Rod. Can't wait to. I'm looking forward to seeing the next episode. So.
Same.
Yeah, just tune in for the next episode.
Yeah. Well, keep an eye out for that. Make sure if you like this, then please like the fucking video. Also, feel free to comment, subscribe, do all that jazz. Hit that
notification bell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hit that.
We got more coming to you. Be on the lookout for more content like this.
Plenty more.
Got you.
Peace out, man.
Peace.
I am known by many names. Mountain Slayer, Thunder Lion, the Chocolate Axe. But you may call me Tiffany.
Tiffany, huh? That's a pretty masculine name.
Shouldn't be. It's a woman's name.
Okay, I don't know how to talk to you.
Good, then you can shut up and listen.